Barnes and Leslie, Queen is coming up next, but not until we sleaze.
I just want you to visualize, Barnes, this little coalition. A little over a week ago when the president caused that industry-wide scramble talking about tariffs in Hollywood. Let's just remember, he has partnered with his special ambassadors, John Voight and Sylvester Stallone. They're asking the president to consider backing their bid for further tax incentives for film and television productions. I need a microphone behind the scenes to hear this little coalition, don't you?
Boy, the sound bites, yeah.
Stallone and John Voight, I love it.
And Trump? Like all those together, that'd be the craziest soundbite. Trump just can't speak without patting himself on the back. It's the weirdest. It's just the weirdest way. Like a sentence and then a bat pack. And then you would have Stallone chime in. And I don't know, it would be very weird.
Have you seen the new dress code for the red carpet for the Cannes Film Festival?
They said no sheer, right? Or no.
Nudity is prohibited on the red carpet.
Why they got to ruin everything?
You think it has anything to do with, like, Kanye's woman?
It's France. 5 feet down the street on a beach, there's a whole naked beach.
And certain outfits, particularly those with large trains, because that does disrupt the red carpet. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I think it's kind of interesting.
It's funny.
Very funny. Okay, let's talk about, we have mentioned the whole world of John Wick. Ballerina released its final trailer, and I want to know what you think about this. Ana de Armas.
Ana de Armas.
Okay, she is playing Eve.
You're not even going to say it.
Ana de Armas.
Yeah?
Ana de Armas. She plays Eve Macaro, a ballerina-turned-assassin.
This isn't done until they're dead.
Buena suerte, señorita.
Those people that you're looking for, they're surrounding this hotel right now.
Risen from the ashes, again and again, fire.
You don't choose to be a killer. You are chosen.
No, I chose this!
Consequences.
Risen from the ashes, again and again, fire.
And what, may I ask, is your name?
When you think of me, you should think of fire.
And that is a busy trailer.
It's super busy. Of course, Keanu Reeves is back. You know, you've got Ian McShane, Angelica Houston, Gabriel Byrne. June the 6th in theaters. I wonder if it's going to be a huge blockbuster.
And who does that star?
Ana de Armas.
There you go.
There you go. Tom Cruise is everywhere, of course, because coming out soon, Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. He was on ET talking about how he keeps his body in shape.
You know, I look at a body kind of like a car. I work 7 days a week. I live on movie sets and editing rooms. That's been my life. I just finished another movie. I have 4 other movies McHugh and I are lining up. This is what we do. While we're editing, while we're shooting, we're lining up the next movie. For me, it's like brushing my teeth. I have to take care of it. We're all like, oh my God, do I really like that minute? It takes a minute to do it, but that's how I have to, that's how I have to train my body or whatever it takes, whether it's dancing or stunts. And also personally, the things that I like to do in my personal life, flying aerobatic airplanes and jets and paragliding or speed flying, jumping off mountains. So that's like, just got to do it. You got to do it.
God, there aren't enough hours in the day to do all that. I mean, the slightest little thing in my schedule and I blow off the workout.
I have to say, he was shirtless in one of the photos. He looks really in shape.
Yeah.
And there you go. How he keeps his body in shape.
And not a gray hair on that head and not a squint in that eye.
Pretty unbelievable. I saw this headline and I didn't believe it, and then I heard a little of it. Metallica causing an earthquake from Enter Sandman, their performance at this school, the Lane Stadium show at Virginia Tech. 60,000 fans in attendance.
They've been playing that before football games for like 20 or 25 years or something.
Absolutely.
What's crazy is they have the, what is it called, a seismometer, a seis, whatever?
Yeah, the seismic meter, yeah.
They have it rolling with the concert footage, and you can see it hit earthquake level. It's all the jumping and the drums and the roar right when it kicked in, that hit the little mini earthquake level.
I saw the statistics and wanted to ask you what you thought. Okay, the average adult will spend 34 years of their life staring at a screen.
Oh, I'm easily 50.
4,866 hours a year are spent glued to, your phone, your laptop, your TV, up to 3.5 hours a day. I saw that and I was like, am I guilty of that? And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, sure you are.
But doesn't that make you feel bad?
Well, yeah, but these stats should be accelerated for the last 5-10 years.
Gosh.
You could take that average and run it up.
You've talked about how you like listening to podcasts, which I do as well. I know I've talked about I really like the SmartLess podcast. That's Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett. Well, this was really interesting on the Real Brain Talk podcast. They're talking about SmartLess, but there's kind of a revelation in here.
This SmartLess podcast, so it's Sean Hayes, Jason Bateman,
yeah, I heard about that.
Will Arnett, sorry, he's great. I love Will Arnett. But they've all been very successful actors, and apparently this podcast that they've been doing for the last since I guess COVID started has the biggest financial gain they've ever made in their famous careers. Wow. They just sold it, I think, to Sirius XM for like $100 million.
Wow.
Just for the next 3 years.
Dang.
And it's just because people are just comfortable and listening to like a bunch of friends
just chatting away
and just chit chat. And it's amazing how that really does. It gets right into your brain and just makes everything kind of go, they're just people laughing and having fun, and who doesn't want that?
It started that way, but the rub on them I'm hearing lately, and I've kind of noticed it, they get a little political at times, which if I was the person paying that $100 million, I'd be like, dude, like that's the last thing you want to do is erode half your audience.
I did think it was a revelation, though, because especially Bateman, like he's had so many successful shows, Ozark over and over again. So
yeah, but not $100 million in 3 years.
$100 million, when you get that from like a Spotify, that's huge.
Damn.
That's your celebrity sleaze.
And this is 99X.
I'm Paula Pan. I help people make the smartest money decisions possible. Because let's face it, money's too important to wing it.
What you'll hear is a couple money geeks sitting and talking about this stuff that we're so passionate about.
You name it. Anything that's on your mind. Retirement, debt, student loans, saving for college.
It's a personal finance journey. It is a wide-ranging squirrel conversation about the topic of personal finance and good financial planning. Super fun.
Afford anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.